Hello, High Tide Imbibe. Lee here. Let me just check my mic real quick, just to make sure, because sometimes this thing turns it down. Uh, no, we're good. We're good. Okay. Um, Before I do my review, I just wanted to give a quick. Not that I think anyone is actually gonna who knew this guy is gonna see this really, for the most part. But rest in peace to Kevin Clements Homebrew, sort of a old school OG on the beer tuber scene. I didn't know him very well. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like we were friends or anything like that. I was just an acquaintance of his. Had a couple interactions with him back in the old G Plus days, back before YouTube basically killed BeerTube for the most part, with their algorithm and how they changed up Hangouts and all that stuff. But yeah, sad. I don't think he was that old. Like maybe in his 60s, maybe 70s at the most. But he didn't seem too old. Was always a happy, full of life kind of guy. Very jovial, very conversational, very nice. From what I do remember of him, and watching some of his videos, he was mostly on the homebrew side of BeerTube. I know him and his son were actively making like beers together and stuff, and they do the exchange beers through the like home brewing side of BeerTube. They'd have like their little beer exchanges, and I think they even ran like contests and stuff like SJ Pour and all those people. So anyway, just heard the news this morning that he died. So very, very sad. Very sorry to hear it, and rest in peace. So that takes us to the beer. And this time we have something new from Moosehead's small batch. And this is their Mistral hop IPA. So a one hop IPA right here. At 6% alcohol by volume. We are going to take a look at Mistral hop. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. We will see. But I'm going to present. And we'll just take a quick look and see what this hop is about. I'm having like a sense of deja vu. Like I have had a beer recently with this in it, but even when I went to search for it on Google, I saw that I had clicked a link sometime earlier about this hop. So I'm like thinking back, what beer did I have that had this hop in it? And maybe it was just I had heard of this beer and I had checked out the hop before even having this beer, but I honestly can't remember. So if like someone who remembers better about what stuff I do on this channel, if I like did a beer like 3 weeks ago or something, oh yeah, here's the Mistral one hop from Tatamagouche or something like that. Please let me know, because I am just wholly blanking on this. But here we go. Mistral hops. It's coming from the legendary region of Alsace, France. From 29, started in 2019 is when they first produced it in a French hop breeding program. Dual purpose hop, meaning it can be used for both bittering and aroma. It's known for its complex and intense aroma profile. It says tropical fruit, citrus, herbal, and floral. So it hits all the different areas you would want to be able to hit pretty much for a hop. 5% to 10% alpha acid, so suitable for a wide range of beer styles, like I was saying there. Often used in hop forward beers like IPAs, pale ales, Belgian style ales. Might have been the Tatamagouche Belgian beer. That might have been where I got it. We'll see. It's high oil content, makes for excellent choice for dry hopping. Blah blah blah. Aroma, flavor, clean, smooth bitterness. Okay. Commonly used in IPAs, strong Belgian ales, and saisons. And then after that, it keeps diminishing. Pale ale, American Pale Ale, American IPA, right down to Belgian triple at the very end here. Blonde ale, Belgian triple, monastic ale. All kinds of stats here. Okay, but did I miss where it said like what kind of flavors it's supposed to give? Like paired with Magnum, Mosaic, and Citra. So I guess just tropical fruit, citrus, herbal, and floral. Okay, so yeah. So we'll see what we think of this. This is an IPA. We'll see where it goes with it. It says on the can what it was kind of trying to do with this. It says sweet fruit, floral, citrus. So that's about as vague can be, honestly. Who knows? So it's a light coppery, amberish color there. Looks a little darker on the screen, of course, as always. Nice head going on there as well, too. Very, very pretty looking beer. So go to the aroma. Honestly, smells kind of Pilsnery, kind of German, like German lager, Pilsner, something along those lines. Pretty pronounced, like sweet grassy note in the actual aroma, and a little bit of like graininess in the background. Smells pretty good. I'm not getting any intense like citrus or anything like that. Yeah, not really. Smells good though. So let's see what the taste has to hold for this one. Cheers. So I think it's mostly the hop intensity that makes them want to call this an IPA. Because there is a good, like aggressive little bit of hop burn going on there, hop flavor, good lingering aftertaste, but the flavor isn't as citrusy and floral. Well, citrusy at the very least, as it's kind of like saying it should be on the can. This almost feels like it's mislabeled and should be their their one hop pilsner or something. So I think that feels like that's one of the strengths of this hop is that it can touch sort of a couple different components that you would get in a beer that usually has multiple hops in it. Because I'm getting like a nice floral, almost herbal kind of thing going on here that reminds me more of like a really good pilsner. And I'm not necessarily getting the sweetness I was getting on the nose in the actual taste. I'm not getting like a sort of sweet grassiness. I'm just going to have to keep drinking on this a little while. Just to make sure. I mean, I think it's just the pure fact that this is brewed as an ale and the hop, like, intensity is kind of bowling over a little bit is the thing. But otherwise, like, if this was brewed as a lager with this hop, this would be really good in a Pilsner. I'm pretty impressed with it. I like the flavor. It's got this kind of earthy, herbal component to it in the back. Floral grassiness up front, not overly sweet. Kind of Italian Pilsner almost in its kind of taste profile. There might be like the slight suggestion of citrusy something going on there, but that's just not how that hop seems employed in this beer. But this still passes as an IPA. Just the hop intensity itself, even though the flavors aren't necessarily what it's saying it's supposed to be on the can. I guess 2 out of 3 ain't bad, right? It does have the floral, and it does have the. Okay. 1 out of 3. It's got the floral, the citrus, and the sweet fruit. I don't know. I don't know if I can go there with this. But yeah, this honestly, it tastes like a super intense Pilsner. Like, just, and we got Paul in the thing here. Cheers, brother. Paul just did a couple little hangouts today, I see. So he's been busy today, taking a day off, I believe he said on one of his shows, just paying tribute to Kevin Clemens himself. So there we go. So, God damn it, it's got the floral. It does have the floral. But like I said, this could be like a really intense Pilsner. But it's a 1-hop IPA, and at the same time, it still works as a IPA. I don't know if it showcases everything they were hoping to showcase with the hop. I think they had the wrong idea going into it, what they wanted to do, because they didn't quite pull it off. But I'm not going to fault them for that. I mean, fuck it. It's still a good beer. As an IPA, it works. You know, it's a 1-hop IPA, especially. That's a real hard thing to make a really good beer out of. And I think this is still pretty good. It's nice and refreshing. Upper light bodied, drinks really well. Nice lingering dry finish on it. I'd throw a 7 for style wise. I think it's a perfectly acceptable, good IPA. That's drinkable, and I would definitely drink it again. Probably would even buy it again. So there you go. My own personal preference, 2 7s. We might as well just throw 2 7s in there, I would definitely buy it again. It works. It's okay. It's just nothing world-beating or thrilling, right? It's just it's a neat little showcase of a hop I hadn't had before. Or, like I said, I can't remember if I've actually had it before. Might have. Who knows? Yeah. Moosehead small batch Mistral hop IPA. Gets the double 7s. 7 for style, 7 for personal preference. So that's pretty good. That's a pretty good score. Worth checking out. Actually kind of works right now where the summer is starting to finally cool down a little bit. So you're starting to get like cold well, not cold, but cool nights again, and wind coming up, and you can sit out and enjoy yourself without sweating to death and burning. And yeah, this beer reminds me more of fall than it does summer. Let's put it that way. And like I said again, if it had been a pilsner, it'd be like one of those nice bracing, earthy pilsners that just seems to work well with fall weather for me anyway. I don't know about everybody else, but all right, cheers. I got one more beer to do before we're done for tonight, so I'll be back in about 5-10 minutes, and we'll do that. But until then, thank you for watching. Goodbye.